Since the majority of parents who are joining us today share that their children are between 8 to 11 years old, we will focus on some specific stressors that your son or daughter might experience with a Crohn's diagnosis. According to Erickson's stages of psychosocial development, children between the ages of 5 to 12 are in the industry versus inferiority stage. This is when they're beginning to develop a deeper sense of their self-esteem and are looking to those around them in order to gain approval, in addition to a sense of competence and confidence. However, looking at research completed by Goldthorpe, Cato Smith, and Alex in 2011, they found that in incidences of Crohn's diagnoses in childhood, children had lower levels of quality of life and felt limitations on being productive. This can result in a development of a sense of inferiority to their peers and the expectations around them, or even disengagement in activities due to the embarrassment and anxiety. Furthermore, research has found that adolescents with Crohn's can experience high levels of depression and anxiety. This is due in part to the way that Crohn's disease can cause separation and distance from peers and the lack of control over their symptoms. Due to the sudden onset of symptoms, individuals with Crohn's might choose to withdraw from friend groups or not engage in social activities, thus resulting in isolation. In knowing how impactful a diagnosis like Crohn's can be upon a child's social engagement and understanding of themselves, it is important as a parent to be actively involved in helping your child process this and being equipped with resources that you can use to support them. A change in body image can oftentimes be a source of stress for children and teens. This activity that I'm about to explain is an opportunity for you as a parent to work with your child to provide confidence and develop a positive body image. For this activity, you will need a large sheet of paper and markers. Have your child lay down on the large piece of paper while you then trace the outline of their body. Then encourage and prompt your child to think about the things that make them who they are. Write those on pieces of paper and then glue them onto the outline, or just write directly on the paper with markers. Through this activity, your child will be encouraged to realize that just because they have Crohn's disease, this doesn't change who he or she is as a person, and give them the opportunity to examine the great quality and aspects that make them unique. And this is also a chance for you as a parent to step in and have this conversation and share with them all the awesome things that you love and value about them. Due to the sudden onset of symptoms, going to school and spending time away from home can be a source of stress and potential embarrassment. Work with your child to create a backpack or small bag of items to create a survival kit. These items can include a change of clothes and underwear, wipes and toilet paper, plastic bags, and hand sanitizers. That way, in case an accident should occur away from the house, your child has these items that they need in order to clean themselves up. Additionally, empower your child to share their Crohn's disease diagnosis with a couple of close friends who they spend a lot of time with. They can create a code word that they use when they're spending time together when they immediately need to use the restroom or step out of the activity. That way their friends are understanding and aware of what's occurring. Or if and when your child is being invited to sleepovers, suggest and encourage that the sleepovers occur at your house so that the child can feel comfortable and can participate even if something arises. Also encourage your child to share their diagnosis with their teachers so that they can be on board and support your child when there are flare-ups that occur at school. Your child and teachers could also implement a code word or use a hand signal when your child would need to suddenly use the bathroom. Seek out peer support groups or workshops within your community. It is so important and valuable for children within these age groups to not feel isolated and different from their peers, which could easily happen with a chronic illness. But rather, by being involved in a support group of peers who also had the same diagnosis, this can be a source of encouragement and a confidence booster to not feel alone. In addition to seeking out resources from your local clinic or hospital, the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has a website that has great information and knowing how to support your child and yourself through this. Thank you for your time and listening. Hopefully this was useful in addressing some of your concerns and will equip you in your journey of supporting your child with Crohn's disease.